Oh, hey, sorry, it's Brian Willie with Attorney Profit Systems. I'm just reliving some memories here. My wife and I actually stayed up at this place called the Tickle Pink Inn in Carmel, California, about a month and a half ago for a full week. Um, and I have to say, it's an extraordinary place. If you ever get the chance to go there, I highly recommend it. This hotel, if you want to call it that, sits out on probably the most beautiful stretch of the Pacific Ocean you could ever imagine. Literally it has its own private deck where, you can go down for wine and cheese hour. Um, and it's just, everything is just top notch service, top notch food, wine, everything. You can walk down to a private hot tub that overlooks the Pacific Ocean. It's just absolutely spectacular. Can't say anything bad about it at all. And I will say that it is not cheap whatsoever. The average price is $400 a night, and it goes up from there. So how in the world were we able to stay there for an entire week like that? This place literally is the Four Seasons of Carmel. And the answer is results. So specifically, I have law clients who pay me every single month, some of them going back 7 years to get them top placement in Google. Now, why in the world would anybody pay me month in and month out like that, to get them placement in Google? Well, the reason is I get results, and these results in turn make them a lot of money. I've helped grow many practices, including my own. So one thing that's a lot different about not only me, but my company, Attorney Profit Systems, is I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney since 2000, but more importantly, I have actually worked in and grown a practice into $1 million plus practice using SEO techniques. So I realize you get pitched on SEO all week long. The difference is we actually get results. I'm an attorney, so I understand exactly what you're going through, what you face each day, the different advertising rules, all these different things that you have to deal with. But in the end, I also realized that in order to thrive and not just survive, to actually really do well as an attorney, you have to be online, and you have to be doing very well online. You have to blow away your competition. It's that simple. You can do okay. You can go and do the old way of just getting referrals and really slowly grow a practice, or you can explode a practice. And that's what we did with our practice out in Austin. It was my brother's practice and mine. It's his now. I'm out. I only do marketing now, and I continue to do his marketing, and a lot of other lawyers' marketing. But we exploded that practice in just about 18 months. It went just haywire from doing really good SEO, essentially. Once you start getting towards the top of page one of Google for larger search terms, and many of them, a funny thing happens. Your phone starts ringing like crazy. And I've seen it happen, not only in my own practice, but now in my clients' practices. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, what in the heck does this have to do with me? Well, again, results. What I do is go out and specifically get sites ranked and get results. And so, what does this have to do with you? Well, for a very limited time, what I want to do is actually rank your website on page one of Google for 2 keywords related to your practice in your city in under a month. And here's the best part. I'm going to do it for free. So I know that sounds too good to be true. It's not. This is 100% free. And in fact, it's better than free. Because if I can't do it in under a month, I'm actually going to send you a check for $25. Now I know $25 is not a ton of money, but give it to a charity, do whatever you want with it. But I want to put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. There's a lot of companies out there that just make a lot of claims that they will get you results, will get you results. I don't do that. I want to actually get you results and show you how it works. And so before we move into that, and talk more about how this works, let me show you some actual results that I've gotten from my clients. And I think you'll find it pretty fascinating, but it's, I've worked with a lot of lawyers over the years, and the results that they get and, the way that it explodes their practice is just astounding in some cases. So let me just show you a couple of examples. Orange County, California is an area outside of Los Angeles, 3 million population, pretty big area. And bankruptcy attorney keyword searches are very, very competitive. If you were to go buy paid advertising for a bankruptcy-related keyword term in Orange County, California, you'd be paying somewhere between $30 and $50 every time somebody clicks on your ad. Now, that adds up very, very, very quickly. You have to have a huge budget to try to get any kind of business at all. But look at all the people that are spending money like that on advertisements. Well, here's Yelp, excuse me, which is always very hard to beat. Here's my client, Red Hill Law Group, number 2, Orange County bankruptcy attorney. Let's try bankruptcy lawyer. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Orange County bankruptcy lawyer. It's going to make me do some of these little captchas here. Number 3, Orange County bankruptcy lawyer. He is in Irvine, California, which is a population of 350,000. Pretty large city, actually. And you can see right here, he is ranked number 1 on Maps, and then number 5 in the organic position. So he actually has 2 page 1 listings for that. Let me move on and show you another metropolitan area. How about Atlanta? I think you'd probably agree Atlanta is a huge metropolitan area. I just started working with this lawyer out there just a couple months ago. And look at this here. I mean, for Atlanta divorce lawyer, which is about the biggest term you can rank for in his market, he is already right here in spot 7 on page 1. He's in an area called Alpharetta, which is in and of itself a pretty large population. So Alpharetta divorce, what was that? Divorce lawyer, number 5. And then, you can do all these variations of divorce lawyer, divorce attorney, Alpharetta. You can go look at Atlanta child custody lawyer, all these different things. And he's just kicking butt. And his practice has grown tremendously. I won't really give you numbers here because I'm not at liberty to do that for this client, but I will say that his practice has probably gone from 7 to 10 times what it was a couple months ago, just primarily from getting him ranked really, really highly on Google. I will tell you, my bankruptcy lawyer client, the first year that we did business together, he basically brought in an extra $200,000, and he will readily admit that. You can call him up even and talk to him. From our work together doing SEO, he brought in an extra $200,000 just from doing work with our company. Now, I'm not making any income claims. Obviously, I don't know your business or your practice, but there's a lot of money to be had when you are at the top of Google. That's all there is to it. And when you're at the top of Google for multiple keyword searches, that's when the volume starts to add up. That's when a lot of visits happen to your site, and just a ton. You get a ton of calls, and they turn into clients. I mean, it's that simple. And the nice thing is, you're not spending a bunch of money up here, on paid ads. So, been doing this a long, long time. Like I said, this is basically a free offer. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm going to rank your site for 2 keywords in your city in under a month, or I will personally write you a check for $25. And it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that's free plus, essentially. So the thing I need to mention is this is not going to work for everybody. I will need to take a peek at your website, make sure it's not penalized in any way. A lot of sites were penalized or slapped with a penalty from Google for doing SEO the wrong way in the past. And if that's the case, I'll let you know and give you some pointers on how to fix that yourself, or if you want us to take care of that for you, we can talk about how that would work. Now, if your site's in good shape, then really it's game on, and we go to work and we'll get you 2 page 1 rankings for your city and your keywords in under a month. And if not, I send you a check for $25. The other stipulation is, your site can't be penalized, but your site also has to be in good shape in terms of having the right on-site data on there. So you have to be able to have access to your site, whether it's through WordPress, if you built your site in WordPress, or have a webmaster who can make a few changes if necessary. I find that in about 30 to maybe 40% of the cases, some changes need to be made to the site. For instance, if it's just your firm's name on the website itself, and there's no what we call tagging on your site, well, it's very difficult to go out and get that site ranked. So I would ask that you get that taken care of first, and then we'll kind of start the clock. Now, why in the world would I do this? Well, to be blunt, it's how I get new clients, how I attract new clients to my business. It's that simple. But I do it in a very different way. I put up or shut up. I don't make you sit around and wait for 6 months to hope that you get some sort of results while you pay me every month. I just don't do that. I'll go out and get you a couple of results to prove that I can do it. And as you've seen, with these examples, I've done it over and over again for very difficult keyword terms. And so that's how I attract new business to or new clients to my business. And if after the month is up and we've gotten you on to page 1, you want to continue with us, then it's $997 a month to continue, and we will essentially work to help you own your city for all these different keyword searches for your practice. Now, that comes with some stipulation. If you're in a huge metropolitan area, that's very different. If you're in a city like Alpharetta here, for instance, that's where the $997 applies. If you're in Atlanta, if you're in a huge metropolitan area, like you want to go after, you're a criminal lawyer in Los Angeles and you want to take down all of Los Angeles, well, that's going to be a lot of work, which it can be done. I've done it many, many times, but it can't be done for $997, just to be blunt. You really get what you pay for. And so we can talk about how that would work, what the pricing would look like, and all of that. But if it's just a normal city and you want to go after that city and your keywords, we start with free. And if we don't do it, we write you a check for $25. If we do it, and you want to continue, there's no obligation, of course. I would hope that you would continue, but you don't have to. Then it's $997 a month to continue. No contracts, none of that stuff. We just get results, and that's why our clients stick around. So that's really it. Here's what to do next. Fill out the form below the video, and I'm going to do some research on your site, and I'm going to get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. And if your site qualifies, it doesn't have a penalty, then we'll get started. I may have you, like I mentioned, go out and add some title tags to your site, and I'll give you some instruction on how to do that. If you have a webmaster or if you have WordPress, I can tell you how to do it. And that's in extreme cases where you haven't done anything at all to your site, where there's no keyword tagging on your site at all. But I just want to be upfront to let you know that there are cases when that, I can't help you unless you do that. We would gain no traction if you just had your firm's name, for instance, on your site, but no keywords. From then, the clock starts ticking. I have, a month to rank 2 keywords related to your practice in your city, and then obviously if we don't, it's $25 back to you. But I'm very confident that we can do it. We've done it many, many, many times, and this will really help you start to get lots and lots of traffic. If you stick with the program, it means a lot of traffic to your site, which turns into a lot of extra leads and phone calls and clients, and it just goes up and up and up from there. So thanks for listening, and if you have any questions at all, just let me know. Fill out the form below. Let's get started. I know this is going to go pretty fast. I can only take about 10 or 15 submissions, just because I don't have the time to do any more than that. So I'll have to shut this down when it reaches anywhere from 10 to 15 different sites that come in. So definitely act quickly, and hopefully this has been informative. Hope you have a great day. Take care.